Waterdeep, where legends are told. Our heroes rise so brave and so bold. With Zapsplat's cunning and Hurk's righteous might, they venture forth into the night. Bigfoot, Lebowski, lurking below. Fierce shadows dancing wherever they go. Captain Mako sails the seas with fish to be found. Together their fates are to be bound. Vicarious ventures.
Okay, hello and welcome to another episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, brought to you by Vicarious Ventures. I'm your forever DM, and I'm okay with that. The Director of Magic, David. And I'm gonna mix it up a little bit this week. I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves, and we're gonna start out with our trusty Paladin here. Hurk, go ahead, man.
Hello, I am Hurk Tradin, glorious Paladin of Vengeance, and I'm ready to absolutely destroy the Xanathar Thieves Guild with all of my friends, including Xanathar.
That's me. Hey, oh, look at this.
I also got Mako.
Look, I just found my brother. I brought him back to life. As far as I'm concerned, he owes me his life. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I'm pretty sure Hurk owes me money. So I'm in it for that. I'm gonna get what's mine. Pass it on to my big friend whose butt cheeks I hide in. Bigfoot.
I guess that's me. I'm a Bigfoot Lebowski. Furlbog Barbarian. I think it's kind of messed up that we all like identify ourselves by race and class, man.
Yeah, man. That's okay. Species doesn't work either. It's like, come on, man.
It's kind of weird.
Profiling, man. Demographics.
We skipped my fish buddy over there. Mako, introduce yourself.
It is I, Mako Tsunami. I am a fathomless warlock, Lokatha. I know what my friend said before, but I just needed to tell you guys.
Lovely, lovely. And we also have that nice artwork of our warlock. You got that. You don't have the school yearbook photo anymore. You got the new artwork, and I actually got a little surprise for you guys.
Check me out. I got a new look.
Emperor's New Groove, man. So like last time we kind of finished off in the middle of this cellar, but we're gonna do a rewind. But before that, I want to show you guys. We got some new tokens for y'all. They're kind of like just a little bit cleaner. They're just kind of simple little gradients and stuff. And we have the new artwork from Mako, which I believe I can show by going like show players like this. Da-da-da-da. That's pretty low res, but you know, hey, what you gonna do? It's a token, so it's downscaled.
So magical.
Hell yeah, dude.
Beautiful.
Honestly, not that freaky. I think his old art was a lot freakier.
We
look
had
like a normal fish man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we got like we got like Bigfoot, and like we haven't seen Bigfoot's like other art for when he like transforms into a human. I'm hyped for that too when you guys start exploring the city. So I've had that ready to roll for a while. But you know, it's like I think you transform into like a goblin before. But yeah, maybe like when you guys introduce yourselves, like I'll just pull up your tokens kind of like this as you guys go through, and in the future here, well, just to be fair, I'll pull up little Czar up here too. Just boom, show to players.
He's a good-looking man.
And then am I forgetting Hurk here? And then this is good practice for me to show you guys all that stuff. I think it automatically fades out too, which is nice. Anyways, so upwards and onwards here. So essentially, last time we left off with these guys finally kind of getting out of this dungeon here into a whole nother kind of situation with the halflings. But I forgot something, so we're gonna do a little rewind back here. We're gonna head back over to back into the dungeons here. So first of all, we're gonna start with the loot, or should we start with the thing I forgot for the fish? Let's start with the fish, and then we'll go on to the fun stuff, the loot. Okay. So last time there was like this, you know, this Swedish fish looking guy here. It was a little bit too graphic for me to show like a Lokatha that had been dehydrated and hadn't got water for his 8 hours or 4 hours, depending on your race. Like Cade needs every 4 hours. This guy needs it. Or no, Cade needs every 8 hours. This guy needs it every 4 hours, right? If it lasts for more than 4 hours, you're supposed to call a doctor, you know, because it's very important that you get that checked out, you know. So anyway, so he found this Locathah. It was of the red herring variety, and it has been dried up and it was left there. Now, Cade, you asked me if you know what the fish was like. Did I give you an investigation check? Do you remember?
Yeah, I investigated and I rolled.
You remember what you rolled?
No, I don't. I rolled low though, and I couldn't figure out who he was.
If I knew the exact number, I know how much to tell you. Give me another roll. Give me another investigation check.
Okay.
If anybody else is proficient, they can help him do investigations. Nobody else isn't proficient in investigation, right? I don't think so. Rolling with advantage or disadvantage? Disadvantage? Okay.
Nat 1.
So you don't really notice
why
anything.
Is that a disadvantage though? That's kind of weird.
Because aren't you at one level of exhaustion still?
Oh, actually, yeah.
Do you want to use your?
Nope, it's a nat 1.
Do you want to use your ring to heal your exhaustion? Now keep in mind.
I need to see like all the stuff on it. I don't know all the exact like conditions, so.
Pretty simple. It heals at level of exhaustion, and then it's like once per day. It's recharged by the moonlight.
So then I would have to wait till around this time for it.
No, it's already charged. Rainier's had it charged. So you guys met him, and then it turned midnight, and you guys were out and about, and the moon was out. So it's recharged right now.
No, it's okay. I think I'll save it.
Yeah. Well, Rainier, another thing to keep in mind is that Rainier was kind of intending to use this for Floon, who, if you look over him, he's pretty fucked up. I mean, unless you guys want to carry this guy around, he's stable right now, but if you were to try to move around, you could use that on him as well. But he was kind of, I think that was his intention. But do what you will with it. So yeah, the only thing that you notice when you pick up the pole, and what you do notice about this Locathah is that there is. You don't recognize whether or not he's one of your people or anything like that, but it's pretty obvious when you go to turn over his to find the pull of angling. There seems to be and let me pull up the art for it here. It's the you find that like so Rainier helps you, and he says, "What's that right there?" It's some kind of marking on him, and he looks onto his shoulder, and there seems to be a brand on there. And it doesn't look like a tattoo. It looks like he's been branded with a hot iron, and on it you see the symbol of a broken anchor. And it's the same as, you recognize this as the same anchor that Burka drew with her handmade charcoal drawing that she did of the broken anchor.
Okay.
Now, is there anything else that you would like to do now that you have this pole of angling? Is there anything else you'd like to do before we do we're still going to have you do the funeral where he gets flushed out to sea? But is there anything else you'd like to do with this dead body before we get rid of it?
That just sounds so morbid. Something I want to do with this poor soul's body.
Wow, we're getting to Scottcast 01 territory.
No, I'm gonna put this guy to rest.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's not that weird in D&D if you really think about it.
That's always weird, dude.
Sure you don't want to do anything with the
Are
body?
you sure you don't want to,
All right, so then you go ahead and you give it all the sewers lead to the ocean, so you give him a nice little funeral there, and why is it not like, he's on the tile there, so then he gets nice little funeral, very, very touching, good moment of role playing, and Mako got inspiration for that. So you guys proceed on, and you go through this loot crate. So if you guys want to, you can move down here if you'd like, so that I think it will illuminate a little bit more, since some of you guys have dark vision. Sweet. All right, let's see what you guys find when you go to this loot. So first of all, you had like Tzar shot at with a slingshot. You guys did a nice little check where he picked this arcane lock with Mako using the help action to help him figure out that he has to pick it twice when it's this arcane lock, which is a really nice kind of lock security system that the Mind Flayer had. And but you guys go to open it up now. Just let me know who's gonna be digging through this. Who's gonna be looking through the thing first here? Like when you guys crack it open, who's the person who puts their little paws in there first? Is it going to be the little kobold? Is it going to be the big barbarian? Is it going to be the Lokatha? Or is it going to be the...
This is after we have tested that it's not a mimic.
Right.
Correct? Okay.
It's the treasure chest. Not a mimic. It was painted like like they were trolling you, like it's a mimic.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's something weird and alive in there, so I'm going to let Hurk.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Pop it open, start rummaging through.
Okay, there's a bunch of stuff in here. This looks like a treasure hoard that this thing kept things from various adventures that it's slain, as well as things, little accoutrements that are related to like illithids and, the sea and the abyss, so to speak. So let me pull up, I have configure ownership. No change, let's just say that, show players. So as you reach in there, make a dexterity, give me a dexterity saving throw there, Hurk.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Because as he digs through this, there seems to be a nice purple cloak that goes and snaps out at you as soon as you go to reach inside of it.
Son of a bitch.
You seem to now be engaged with a sticky cloak that is a mimic cloak. Is a cloak that is a baby mimic that has been turned into a cloak. And give me an athletics check to see if you can break free of this thing. Otherwise, you're going to take some damage.
Oh my goodness. You said athletics?
Yeah. Give me an or acrobatics if you want, but I mean probably athletics.
Let's go.
Okay. You
Nice.
21.
Let me roll for this real quick. Do a d20 real fast. Would you get 16?
21.
Did it hide that roll from you guys? I see like mystery dice on the thing.
Yeah, I saw a question mark show up.
It rolled at 10, so yeah, you beat it. But I don't think there's any way I can reveal it afterwards. Anyway, so yeah, you break free of this thing, and go ahead and give me an animal handling check. See if you can restrain this thing now. You've managed to take free without getting to take any damage.
Oh, 11.
Oh, okay, 10 is what you needed. I got 11. Okay, so as this thing tries to wrap its way around you, it starts to like kind of slither around. It's like a sentient kind of like cloak, and it kind of crawls all over your shoulders, and you're kind of but you manage to say an old orcish version of Gusfraba, which is I don't know what would be orcish for like calm down, baby, calm down. I got you. I'm gonna hold you.
Oh boy, what would we say for something like that?
Like orcish is like a harsh kind of language, like
smooth your tusks.
Say smooth your tusks, and it seems to respond to that. As you now have yourself a handy dandy mimic cloak. So go ahead and try to hit the take button on there, and see if you can take this.
Okay.
There should be a hand that you can raise. Okay, I'm gonna say accept. And so now it should have added to your inventory. And do you have any way of like displaying that for the chat? Now that it's gone off my menu, I don't think I can really share it.
There we go.
The mimic cloak, there we go. So how did you do that to share it? Did you?
I opened up my backpack and I clicked on mimic cloak.
Oh, okay, so that just sends it to chat? Okay, so you guys can do that, I guess, if I don't forget to like reveal it first. So as you guys can see, this requires attunement by anybody who's made direct contact with a mimic in their past.
Boy, that's me.
So if you've touched a mimic, then you can. So I think that also makes Bigfoot eligible, because remember you touched the tree, the Christmas tree, and that was a mimic.
Yep.
Has anybody else directly touched a mimic? Scott tackled someone into a mimic, but he didn't touch it. So
No, it wasn't me though. That was Haas.
Haas. Oh yeah, it was Haas. You're right. It was Haas. But so I'm messing with attunement a little bit on here so that you guys can get more options to share it with your party members and stuff rather than based off a class, because I'm not that much of a classist. Okay. But so yeah, this is a magic item. So when you can check in the stats on there, but basically if you get attacked, you can this is a sentient cloak. It can kind of attack the attackers. I think it's like a reaction or something, but you can look into that if you want. Everybody should go through.
That's great. I can't overlook the fact that you walked back classism first.
Yeah. All right, you also find this thing that looks like it's let me see if I can like share. How can I share this? I can click on that. You guys can all click on this and like view it, right? Everybody can view the Rat King sphere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
What was that thing that you had us open before? I mean, the thing that had the 3 items in it.
I can show it again. Let me know if this gives you guys a duplicate. I'm gonna say show all players. In the future, I'll probably just give it to just the player, but just Tzar. I'm gonna say show players again. Did that create like duplicates for anybody, or is it still good?
It seems like it just has the 2 things.
Okay, but now you can see it, right, Scott?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, you find this sphere that seems to have the iconology of these rats, and there's a little crown symbol over it. And as this upgrades, I think it's like if you get more Rat King items, then you get the Mark of the Rat King, and you can summon a swarm of rats. But I think you can read that over there, Hurk. It does require attunement, and you guys can only attune to when it's an uncommon item. You can attune to as many as you want. But when it's like a rare, very rare, or legendary one, you can only get up to 3, I think. And then, so you can go ahead and submit the take thing there, because I can raise it too. I can be like, oh, I guess Stream View can't do it.
You want me to just take all 3 of these and then put them in the chat?
Yes, go ahead and do that, and I will approve it. But in the future, it'll just be like, I made these before I realized you could just put it all together in one thing, and then you guys could all say take. So I grouped them by character, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm not going back and redoing the whole thing, so. What's with the roll?
I guess it's rolling to attack with the Rat King sphere and the Kraken.
Okay.
What?
Well, there you go. You get these boots have seen everything. Okay, so that's what you find there. Now, like, you guys, I was talking a little bit about this with Cade and like downtime activities. So, like, you know, the Kraken's whip is a cool weapon. It seems like something that like Hurk or like, you know, like Mako might be able to use. Like, I was thinking like it'd be cool if he kind of had the Kraken's whip kind of thing, but he doesn't know how to use the martial weapons. But if you were to like spend your downtime activities, you could, Mako could be like, hey Hurk, can you train me in how to use this whip? And then you could spend, and I'd give you guys like a progress bar that you do like 2 or 3 or whatever. It's like a roll of dice, like a D4 or something. After 1 D4 downtime sessions, you get to learn how to do that skill. Depending on if it's a very difficult task, it might be a 1D6. If it's a very difficult task, a 1D10 or something like that. And then you guys can learn new skills and stuff like that and how to use weapons. But it has to make sense that like a party member like Hurk would teach Mako how to use the whip, that kind of thing. Or like if he wants to learn how to use a trident or something that's thematic towards being a fish guy.
Make somebody endure being attacked by a mimic in order to give them a cloak.
I mean, I guess they could just take your cloak and like try to just see what happens with it, and we could do a series of checks to see if they manage. Like say Bigfoot hadn't been attacked by it, I would probably be like, yeah, you use your animal handling as Bigfoot. Like he'd probably have the danger sense kick in, he'd probably have the athletics check be okay, and then you do the animal handling check, kind of like what you did. Except with danger sense, we'd have advantage on the dex saving throw, and he'd probably be able to use it, you know. But it does require attunement, so you can't just be like, "Hey, I don't want the cloak right now. Take it, Bigfoot," because you have to attune on a short rest or a long rest with it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like the Kraken's whip does not require attunement.
Yeah, I took that up. It is a martial melee weapon, so and Mako can't use a martial melee, but like Bigfoot and
nope, I cannot use martial melee.
Scott can't use martial weapons either,
because I'm proficient with nets, but that's the only martial weapon I can.
Yeah, that was a special thing that we gave him for the nets because he likes nets. So okay, that's what you guys find for there. You can go ahead and did you already take that too? The whip?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was just
I got all 3 of them.
Yeah, okay, I just wasn't updating on there. Okay, let's move on to the nenext one here.
Oh wait, you also got 40 gold, right? I see gold 40 in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I?
Well, I don't.
Oh,
I think I closed that window. I don't.
Let me bring that back up real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, there's gold of 40.
There's 10 gold for each of you guys, and I'm gonna try that. It's only gonna go to Hurk because you guys aren't selected on here. But Hurk, you can give 10 gold to everybody. Okay, who wants to dig through the next? As you see, Hurk dons this mimic cloak. Like Tzar, if you were to try to wear that cloak, it would be a little bit big on you, I think. But you do notice, Tzar, that there's a little baby cloak in there. It's just perfect for a little kobold.
Hey, look, there's seems to be something in here. more of the sexual size. That's right, the hot size, attractive person size.
Sir, I'm going to
cloak.
request you don't describe anything that way again, please.
Yeah, I'm with him.
I'm I'm a little dazed and confused, but anyway, the point is that looks like it fits me. I'm gonna take it.
This is a little half cape that's used as like a pauldron cape for like big soldiers, but for you it's like a half cape, and this is a cape of billowing, and it's a special type that you can, if you say take and go ahead and take that and try to share it to chat, we'll see what it does.
Wow, it looks like ancient runes are stitched on a silver thread along the hem of this grayish purple half cape. And then while I'm wearing it, I get as a bonus action to billow dramatically. I can billow dramatically. While it's billowing, I have an advantage in charisma, which will be very helpful when I got that ring on.
Gives you that riz.
Gives
got
me
that
a little
riz, man. It gives you riz.
Yeah.
Canonically, gives you riz.
Did I not say like 2 minutes ago, hey look, I am the sexy one here. I deserve that. And what does it do? It makes one even sexier. And you guys had doubts.
Czar stands up on top of him. Imagine it's just billowing behind him. He's like, fuck yeah. He's the
I'm
Avenger,
feeling
man.
myself.
It probably would work for halflings too, I bet. I bet they would probably look pretty good in this little billowing cape. You know, like little Avenger dudes. Their little billowing capes.
Very good. I got another one, right?
Yeah,
Another thing?
There should be 1d4 beads of force or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Did you already?
Yeah.
Was out of it.
I'm reading it.
Oh, share it with the chat. Go ahead and click on it or whatever. I guess this is how we'll do it, I guess. Yeah, just roll me a, I think it's a d4. Let me just check real quick what that was. Bead of force. Czar loot. It is
D4?
1d4 plus 4 beads of force. So roll me a 1d4 plus 4. You got 3 plus 4. You got 7 beads of force.
7 beads, buddy. Last time somebody had 7 beads, they won the chess turn.
So it says you can use an action to throw this bead up to 60 feet, but with your sling, you should be able to hit. You should just be able to load it on your sling, like little beads of force. You can use your spicy boy sling too, always. That's not going to consume any resources, but these beads of force, you have that many of them, and I think those are expensive, so be careful. It says worth 960 gold. You're probably, I mean, you won't get that from selling them, right? You have to find the right dealer or whatever, but that's quite a bit of ammo there for that. So good on you, man.
Nice.
Nice roll.
Cool, I'm excited. Can't wait to learn how to use it.
And I can't wait for you to have that cape of billowing when you have to put the ring on and you get a +2. Basically, it gives you a proficiency. If you want to, just go in and give yourself proficiency in persuasion.
Okay.
I assume you're gonna leave the cape on. That's probably the easiest way to do it for now. We just got to remember it's from the cape. And you also have a +2 to saving throws, and we'll just try to manually remember that. I'll probably see if I can do something mechanically later.
I just go to my persuasion and go +2.
I'm making a note right now to do something where it gives you a passive feature. The passive feature adds a +2 modifier to your charisma saving throws. All right, and then so we're gonna move on. So we also who wants to be digging through next?
Lebowski, you want to go?
Sure, I'll take a little dig through there.
Take a little dig through there. A little Dixon here. Take a little dig do. As you dig through there, you find the first thing that you see, kind of tucked away in the corner there, is like looks like to be like a fortune cookie, but it's like very dark looking fortune cookie. This is a doomsday cookie. I'll let you kind of read on that. It has a little something in there, and there's a roll table from it. I don't remember if we roll from it right now, but yeah, when you open, you can choose to open this cookie whenever you want. You roll a d20 and use the table below to determine the prediction. And I think if the prediction comes true with the way that if you do die, and it comes true that way, I think you get revived or something. You die by the way foretold by the cookie at your GM's discretion. The cookie's paper transforms into a scroll of revivify.
Okay.
So it basically, if you can call it, which I figure, if anybody's gonna call the way that they're gonna die, it's gonna be Ian. Like, it just seems like he's the guy for it. So If you can call it basically, and I'll work with you if it's close enough. It's like, and then you die the way that the Doomsday Cookie say you dies, then it might be a little fun to see if that happens. But the big ticket item you notice on here is there's the Ring of the Arcane Berserker. So go ahead and try to take all these items, and we'll share them with everybody.
Gelatinous whip.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There's also seems to be a whip that's made out of a gelatinous cube material. I'm just gonna share these with you guys like that by pulling it up manually. The Ring of the Ring of the Arcane Berserker requires attunement by a barbarian. Sorry to be like classist, but you do that. It's a rare ring, so this one is one of those ones where you can only get 3 rare or higher items. So it's not infinite. This is a limited quantity. And this one, I think it lets you do casting while you're raging. While wearing this ring, you can use an action to cast Chill Touch spell. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so you can do Chill Touch. You can cast magic while you're also raging, I think.
Sweet.
By expending one of the ring's charges as part of the casting of the spell. If you do so, your rage does not end at the end of your turn as a result of not attacking a hostile creature too. So it lets you to keep your rage going as well, because I don't know if you know, but like when you're raging and you don't attack something, it ends automatically. If you don't get hit by something or hit something yourself, then it ends. So, and you guys can I'll show the gelatinous whip for chat too here. This one, I believe, requires attunement to anybody who's touched. Attunement from someone who has made direct contact with the gelatinous cube, which would be, I think, Czar. And but you can't use martial weapons. But if you learn how to use martial weapons, and then
rogues know martial weapons. I think they have proficiency.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm
I thought they use like rapiers or like dexterous finesse weapons or something.
A martial
I
weapon.
mean, technically, yeah, isn't
I
my
think that's the
shovel-
exception.
Yeah, rapiers are martials.
Well, I'm not saying that rapier's not a martial weapon. I'm just saying I think that's an exception. They get to use one of the martial weapons from the list, and it's specific to rogues, if I remember correctly, which I could be wrong on. But if somebody wants to check me on that, you can go ahead.
D&D rules. Enter.
That's a pretty badass looking ring, though. Actually, the Arcane Berserker.
Yeah,
though.
it's just rapier's weird. Okay.
It somehow it fits your big fingers there, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It like kind of expands slightly to magically to fit the wearer. All right, and then we also have Mako, who's gonna start digging through there as well. You see that Mako's maybe a little bit cautious at first because he's like, I don't know, man. I got this nice ring. Do I really need anything more? But then I don't know. Now there seems like a lot of good stuff in there, right? So do you go through the chest?
I do go through the chest.
Roll me a dex saving throw. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, look. David, looks like I can use a whip just out the box.
Okay. Is it because it's a dexterity-based thing or something?
Yeah, hand proficiency.
Hand proficiency?
It's a finesse weapon.
It's a finesse weapon. Yeah, see, so I think you have proficiency with finesse weapons, and a rapier is a finesse weapon, so is a whip. Yeah. So it's like an exception
scimitar too.
Yeah.
There's a scimitar.
Like those goblin scimitars and stuff. I don't remember if there was any of those, because you could probably use a goblin scimitar without it being unwieldy because you got such small hands.
Yeah.
Big for your size, but small for that.
Scimitar.
Alrighty, we're moving on to Mako, who is now digging through.
I need to Google scimitar.
Those are little curved blades. It's all there. You know, like the Thraki riders would use and stuff. Yeah.
I was thinking it was like a scythe. No,
maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll like describe, because like I think it's maybe a spoiler to kind of like reveal this stuff before I say what it is, right? Like from role playing. So I'll try it this time. So it's like, all right. So you find that. Kate, give me an investigation check to see how much of this stuff that you can find in here.
I'm gonna get nothing, bro. Let's go. Disadvantage. Mm-hmm. I rolled an 8.
Do you have inspiration?
I do.
Okay. All right. Just how much do you have, by the way?
I believe 2.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to use inspiration?
Sure. Let me just.
I love how confident we are when we use inspiration, because David's always like, so, how about that inspiration?
Rolled an 8.
Kate, are you coding that? Oh, okay.
I got a 13.
With disadvantage, you got 13? right?
No, I just did 1, right? Because like I'm just rolling 1, or do you want me to roll them all again? I thought
I don't
would just
remember,
roll
dude.
one
When you're
die.
at disadvantage and you use inspiration, I think you still have to. You just roll me another one. I think it re-rolls both dice at disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay. 13.
Oh, I thought it said 21. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Well,
you
the
don't
second
have
roll was 21. Yeah.
disadvantage.
No, we're gonna take the 13, but you just yeah, okay. Anyways, so yeah, 13's enough. So you find that there's actually on the bottom of the there's just a secret. There's a false bottom to it, and as you run your dexterous little fingered hands over there, you find that there's a seam that you can actually there's a little hidden compartment. As you pull it back, you find that there's actually the Mind Flayers itself has there's some items that you see on there, like you see that there's like this kind of horn shaped item that looks like it's got some kind of like tentacles around it, but you move that aside and you find underneath it there's actually a hidden little treasure trove underneath it that has several Mind Flayer related items in it. And here's what you see. You see there's a net, and the net is actually seems to be made out of some sort of gelatinous material, and it's been enchanted by that of a gray ooze. You find yourself what's known as the Sunder Sludge net, and you can go ahead and start taking that loot there. This Sunder Sludge net is kind of like made from the remnants of gray ooze, and I think it doesn't require contact with like the other ones do, but I think that you have come into maybe contact with
I have not come into contact with the gelatinous cube.
the gray ooze. This is
Oh
not
yeah, the
from-
gray
this is-
ooze. I guess yeah, I did kind of like touch that one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You guys did face these are all items that you guys have faced in this dungeon that are related to things that you have already encountered. So I kind of know that you guys already kind of been exposed to these. So, but I didn't put it in there, so I won't leave that as a restriction. But I don't know why anybody else would use this net. But yeah, this is a nice little net. It does acid damage, and it doesn't do acid damage to you when you touch it
Oh
once
wow,
you
that's
attune
crazy.
to it.
10 slashing damage to get out.
Yeah, you have to. You can toss this net. It does acid damage. Anybody else touches it, they will get acid damage, but you won't because you're attuned to it.
That's great.
Did you already say take for these items?
I have not. I was reading it. I
Go
was
through and say
reading
take. Yeah.
I know. I was just wanting to read the Sunder Sludge net.
There also seems to be a conch-shaped shell that looks like a pauldron that you can wear on your shoulder. And this one is a flood pauldron. So it's basically like a cape that there's a large conch, and there's like a like water that shoots out of it to make like a watery cape. And it does require attunement, but it also gives you I think it gives you a swimming speed, and you can breathe underwater. And if you already have a swim speed, it increases by 10 feet. So I think what do you have, 40 feet of swimming? If you were to wear this,
Yeah,
you get
40 feet of swim speed.
you would get 50. But if somebody else attunes this item, then they would get. And this doesn't count as like armor and stuff. So it's just like accoutrements, some accessories. And you also find that there is. Let me see if I can share these with chat since nobody can see what we're talking about. I didn't realize that I can't share these visually with chat that easily. Or maybe there is an option, but I don't know what it is. There's also a shield that looks like it has the face of a kraken or maybe a mind flayer or some kind of octopus on it. And this is a shield of retaliating shield of ink. I don't think warlocks can use shields unless they have some sort of
Unless
proficiency
they're
or whatever.
hexblade.
Yeah, unless you multi-class or something like that. But essentially, when someone strikes you with this shield, it squirts out ink at them. Stuff. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
And it's only uncommon, so it doesn't really require, it's unlimited amount of attunement for that as well. And then there's
Can I
also,
give this shield to Hurk?
Yes, you
I
may.
feel like you can make really good use out of this shield.
yeah, yes you can.
Hold on.
You just send it, you go in your inventory and you say send a player or send a character, one of those two, and it should
Okay, let me go to my character sheet and see if I can send that to you real fast, buddy. That way you can have an upgraded shield.
Okay, so you have the retaliating shield of ink, and I think I also just got to request the flood pauldron, and then should be
Send to player, send to Hurk, send item. There you go, Hurk. You got.
It's like, do you accept? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna take the shield. What do you mean you're not gonna take?
Thanks, buddy.
No problem, man. All right, let's see what
This is pretty impressive. I can't wait to see what it does.
I can't wait to see what you can do with it. What's this last thing, though? The flood.
Oh, the flood pauldron was the one I talked about that lets you. But there's also the inkhorn that you found too. That was the only thing. The inkhorn was the only thing you saw before you found the hidden compartment.
Gotcha.
Oh, the inking seahorn. So you also find the inking seahorn.
You gotta do better than that.
No, you don't gotta do better than that. It's all right. I like rolled it there. So, yep. I'll let you check that out, and it's just another Kraken-related or another illithid or abyss-related item that you found in there. Yep, there it is again. But now it's blue because Mako rolled it. It's color code. And I think that also requires attunement, but it is a uncommon item, so should be able to. Shouldn't really affect your total count. Oh yeah, so that basically lets you cast it like an ink cloud underwater. If you can do it, you can do it
that
above.
looks really sick.
Yeah, you can do it above or below water. I think it's more effective below water if I remember right. For the duration, any creature that moves into the ink for the first time makes a DC 13 Dex save, and then they get blinded. So it's kind of like casting darkness-ish, like with ink, like an octopus. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we got to test that out. The whole loot sharing thing. That should be a little bit better once now that I know kind of how to do it.
I have a question for you. This whip that I got is set up as finesse with dexterity. Can I switch that to strength?
I don't think so. If it's a finesse weapon, it does use dex.
Finesse weapons, though, usually use like strength or dex, though.
Do they? Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me
It's
just double check.
both.
Is it both? Okay.
Yeah, it's
if it's both, then yeah, then Hurk, you can do that. Yep.
Sweet.
Can you? I'll look that up later. But if you want, maybe during the break or something, if you want to check that out. And you use wits as, or with strength. Finesse weapons. Okay, cool. So you guys got all your stuff. That seems to be all that was in that loot thing, and perfect timing for my camera. Oh, all right. Where we last left, we're gonna flash back forward, and we're back to where we left off last time, which is where you guys had just entered this. You went down this dark tunnel, and it was a secret passage that led to where the good beer was, according to Tzars' map. And when you guys tried to go down to the end of this passageway, you pushed up on one of the normally loose tiles, but it seemed like it was heavy, like something had been moved over it since you last used it with you and Jinpachi, since you and Jinpachi were here. And with Hurk's strength check, he was able to lift it up, but I think you made your dex save, so there was like a rack that had a whole bunch of items on it that did not spill everywhere and create a super loud noise. But there was a large bag of flour that fell down, and it exploded everywhere, and it exploded over Tzar and Hurk, who emerged from the tunnel as you guys are starting to follow. And that seemed to trigger this little girl that was a little halfling girl who was off to the side here, and she looks over at you guys, and she's just kind of chilling, hanging out. Meanwhile, her halfling father over here seems to be kind of drunkenly passed out. It seems like he was working the taps. Trying to work on one of these, some kind of small batch that he was brewing of this, it looks like to be a brewery, some kind of cellar brewery. And she was like, "Oh, look,
get drunk on your own supply, man. What are you doing?"
Yeah, what's up with that, right?" And so she called out, "Oh, look, mommy, ghosts! Ghosts are in the. How cool!" And you guys heard the sounds of some shit falling over, getting knocked over as someone seems to be scrambling to come down the stairs, and there seems to be a halfling woman that is coming up the stairs. And she cries out, she's like, "Oh, Sherry, what are you doing up at this time? What are you doing? You're supposed to leave your father alone. He's trying to do his work. What in the devil's going on?" And she comes around the corner, and I think that the way where we left off was Hurk was like gonna be dashing towards her to like cover her mouth, and then Tzar was like, wait, right?
Yep. Hurk does not want to go back to jail for breaking into somebody's house, so he's going to try and like basically tackle this lady and prevent her from screaming and calling for backup.
Okay, you can move your character out.
And Tzar finds a very obvious flaw in this plan, although he respects his...
My weapons are put away. I'm only using hands.
Yeah. Large, scary monster man absolutely descending upon...
I know how it looks. That's why I don't want to be in this situation.
You're about 3 feet and 300 pounds more than this person can handle.
Tzar, do you move up there with him while this is happening? There's a cloud of like smoke or flour as he dashes forward, just charge forward.
What I do is I just try to get, get so my voice is recognizable when I'm talking to the lady.
Okay, so you follow closely behind him. Now, as she comes around, she has a lantern that she's carrying with her. And as she turns around the corner, she goes, "Oh, sweet Swayan Arverine, it's a ghost! And his wee little dragon ghosty." She seems to be very startled. What do you do?
No, we're not ghosts. We're only covered in flour. You will see that your flour is messed up, and we would like to apologize. Hurk would like to pay you for that flour.
I would like to pay for...
That's right.
No!
You're the one
I don't have any money to pay for this flour.
You're the one who destroyed it. I was there. I was, careful.
The flour destroyed itself. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Point is, I'm a frequent customer. You may not recognize me because, I usually...
He's hyperventilating right now.
We decide... Well, I'm usually in a trench coat. I'm the guy who gets the beer. Lots of it. A little too much beers. And then I walk home with half of my trench coat.
Give me a persuasion. Give me a persuasion check, and if you haven't,
I'm wearing that billowing cloak.
You are, and we're going to give you a +2 to this, but I don't think you're proficient in it quite yet. Actually, let me do that real quick. Do you want to help his roll, or do you want to do your own roll?
Help his. You got better persuasion than I do, right?
He's got charisma.
Paladin.
Here's the thing. I don't know that I would try persuading her more than I would try intimidating her, because I feel like that's what I would be better at doing.
Oh boy.
In this specific situation.
Oh boy. Well, I'm going to try not to have that happen. I'm going to do a persuasion. Bear in mind, this is a +2. Here we go.
I'm trying to figure out how to give yourself a proficiency. I just don't know off the top of my head where it is on your sheet. There's like a proficiency button. Where's like just your
to make
skills?
someone proficient in something, there's like a little dot, and then you just click the dot.
Is it on the main page? Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
it's on the gear icon.
Yeah.
Okay, and he can't do that himself, so I think I got to do it real quick. What did you roll, by the way? 7? I'll let you re-roll that with the... I want to make sure it's working here.
All right.
Persuasion, there you go. You're proficient now. So now go ahead and try it. Should give you a +2. Yes, it did. Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, so you essentially are just telling her... Let me make sure this chat can see. Okay, or stream can see. So you're essentially telling her that it's okay. What did you say to her exactly? What's the summary? You said a lot. What's the gist of what you said?
I'm sorry, we're coming from the layout. We've been frequent customers before. My buddy here destroyed your flower and we'll pay for it.
Oh, okay. You know, that's actually a deception check. You haven't been frequent customers. So, do you want to...
We have. We were in the coat.
Okay,
my
well, that's
brother.
kind of depends on how you view it. She doesn't recognize you at all. You're not wearing a trench coat, and so
Well,
I guess
you wouldn't recognize me, but I'm the guy.
I guess
from the
you are
trench
telling that
coat.
you're not
How else
lying.
would you know?
I guess it's just we'll leave it as that way. But it's a kind of a weird ruling because you're not trying to be deceptive, but you're trying to be persuasive.
Exactly.
But okay, we'll leave it as that. But most of the time it's exceptional. But okay, and what was it? It was 11.
Yes.
She goes, oh, okay, but I don't remember having any ghosts here before. Maybe my husband served you or something.
Lady, I'm not a ghost. I'm covered in flour, and I start like brushing myself off.
So actually, as you guys are doing this, you hear there's shit, I can't. So because of the view or whatever. Maybe I can move him. Leaning on the top, leaning on the top of this, the entrance to this, peeking over and kind of perched up on there, you guys hear a voice.
It's a second bag of flour.
Like as Hurk was charging up there, you just kind of hear this voice, and it says, "Man, that boy can run. Is he going to snap her little halfling neck? She could call the watch on us. I wonder if I should shock her. She looks small, probably can't take a hit."
Hold on a second. Fuck, I didn't take those off of him. Okay.
Why is Hurk looking at me? Damn, look at them hold that lunge with perfect form.
Search. No.
What?
Not hostile. We are getting through this peacefully. I look at the lady, I say, unless you want to make a scene. We're just passing through, if that's okay with you.
He's like, "Oh, okay, ghost, whatever you say, but just get your demon friend from the dark to stop talking about. We don't mean any harm. We're just trying to brew a batch of beer. We had a small issue earlier, and we're just trying to. Oh God, I knew we shouldn't have stayed. This. Am I dreaming right now? What's going on?"
I say, okay, thank you. Good luck on your beer. We hope it turns out well.
I just kind of walk past her and go up the stairs.
Damn, that is really smooth, Hurk. Man, this guy's good. Really, she just lets him do whatever he wants, I guess. What's his secret, anyways? The saying in shape? Is it push-ups, sit-ups, squats, followed by a 10-kilometer run? No, that can't be right.
All of the above, every single day.
So he's looking around, kind of bewildered, and then I'm gonna have him do. Does anybody want to talk to him? He is wearing the goggles of mind reading.
Oh, is Serge not following us? When I see that he's not following us, I'm gonna walk back down the stairs and peek my head through the door and say, "Serge, get the fuck over here!"
Also, everyone else.
I mean, I'm right next to him. I'll be like, hey, we can all hear what you're thinking. Maybe you want to take those off?
Oh shit! Sorry. Thanks, big guy. I didn't realize those were out there. Those were kind of inside thoughts. My bad. Hey, do you want this back? What is this thing? And
Yes, I'll take them back.
okay, he tosses them over to you. Meanwhile, the father seems to have woken up with all this commotion now. And he's who's there? Give me hold my beer. I gotta take care of this. He looks around, sees the large, imposing figure of Bigfoot bouncing. He's like, "Holy hells! What the hell is going on right now? I should really lay off this stuff." And he like takes his drink and pours it out.
This scene feels like it's from Beavis and Butthead. Like in a good way.
Little girl's like, Daddy, that one's not a ghost. We don't know where he came from. He came from beneath the ground.
Oh, yeah, also some friendly advice. You might want to patch up that hole in your wall. It goes to the sewers. You might have a sewage leaking problem.
Not just the sewers, but sewers full of bad guys.
Yes, there's probably a bunch of monsters and we encountered so many. You should definitely patch that up.
And
I'll start to
Jinpachi and I have retired from that place. Anyway,
As you guys walk by, you're just carrying like the limp body of Floon, who just looks like he's dead. He's just like coming by, just kind of like dragging him along. Like in the does Rainier have him? He just has him over his shoulder, right? He's just carrying him
Rainier
along.
has him, yeah.
Rainier seems to be kind of just carrying him, and Rainier kind of just like gives the whoops. Gotta switch to the view. Gives him kind of like a little curt nod, like, "Ma'am, sorry, sir, might want to lay off the alcohol."
by the way, do any of y'all know how to take care of a dying human? Dying human.
Sorry, who's dying?
Who's the human? Sorry, this fella right here.
The blonde. Or redhead? It's red.
He's a reddish blonde.
redheaded,
It's mostly
yeah.
red.
You're
but
talking
yeah.
about Floon. He'll be fine. Suck it up,
Yeah.
Buttercup.
Okay.
Just a bit too much to drink then, eh? In the underground area that you guys came from, wherever that was. Sure. Oh, okay. Sounds great. And he just kind of whispers. He's like, "Honey, I don't think the small batch is working. I think we gotta try a new formula. See if we can get that Dixon guy to come back. He knows what he's talking about."
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do as you head out?
I bid everyone to come with us, including Jinpachi, Sergey, the limp body of Floon, and Rainier.
Okay. As you guys make your way up the stairs of the cellar, leaving these very startled-looking halflings that you don't know who they are or what their business is, but you don't really need to know. You kindly told them at least what the hell's going on with their whole situation. With they might want to get that thing patched up, but they're probably scarred for life now. As you guys exit this area, you make your ways up to the stairs. You see that there is. As you exit this bar, it seems to be like a tavern. Fairly nice for the dock ward where you guys are currently at. But as you guys exit the building, you notice that you are in the dock ward area. It's kind of like a rundown area, and you see a sign at the top of this of the brewery that says it's the Full Took Brewery.
Ooh. Fool took.
Full Took.
Fool of a took.
How do you spell that?
I'm trying to bring up the artwork. I trying not to switch too much between my notes, but I might have to.
If this is the tavern where none other than Peregrine Took falls over from drinking to excess, this is exactly where I want to be.
Or no, it's called the Hopswell Brewery. These are the Full Tooks that run the Hopswell Brewery.
Oh, okay.
And Hopswell is spelled like hop and swell, or hopswell or hop swell,
Okay.
depending on how you look at it. As you walk out, there's a door. It's a green door that looks like to be circular shaped, and there's a knocker on the front, and there's a sign hanging on there that it's in golden font, and it says Hopswell Brewery, and it shows.
Love it.
I think there might be a little halfling on it, maybe, or something, but yeah, that's kind of like their deal. All right, so that is the Hopswell Brewery, and as you guys exit, you enter onto the streets, and you, I assume, want to make your way down to back to the Yawning Portal where you guys started your adventure, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, if that's
Sure.
where we're
If you guys want
supposed to be
Volo.
meeting up with Volo, yeah.
Is the tongue cab somewhere nearby? Can we call it? Do we have to whistle?
you could. It's pretty late. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
they're running, but
isn't his hours gone?
you have a calling card for
It could be
the
morning.
yeah, you have a calling card for the what was his name? Rickshaw. Rickshaw.
Rickshaw.
The
Rickshaw.
tiefling.
How did we forget his name? It's Rickshaw.
There we go. I will switch temporarily here just so that you guys have a visual. Yeah, if you guys want to try to call him using the calling card, you can.
Who has it? Who's holding it?
Just I think, I can't remember. It was, you guys exited it. You checked that it was a mimic. He gave you the card. I don't remember who he handed it to. Does anybody remember?
I don't remember. That was a while
He's
ago.
kind of our point man.
It's going to determine who's doing the roll for this.
Yeah, I'll say that I have
I
it.
feel like it was probably Hurk.
I'm just here for pizzazz.
What do
so
you
it's
need me
Hurk?
to roll?
Just roll me, I guess I have the whole project. Yeah, just roll me a straight 1d20.
Straight 1d20.
I'm trying to switch scenes here, but
It's a 5.
Well, all right.
you do you hold this card. It's a card that will slowly move towards the person that it kind of moves in the direction of where it is. It seems to be that this is moving north, slightly north, but also a little bit east, west. Which way is left? It is west, slightly northwest of your location, a little bit. But you guys sit there and you wait for about a half hour and nothing, or 15 minutes, let's say, and nobody shows up. And do you want to try to wait a little bit longer? Or do you want to keep going, or try to roll again, or do you want to just keep waiting, or do you want to just try to?
I'm
What
pretty
time
sure
is it?
he said his hours.
It is quite
were
late.
like-
It is like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's past his
it?
hours, I think.
Yeah, we might have to
Because like we
walk,
tried to
guys.
call
I don't
him
know
before,
that
and we had to
this
walk
guy's
last
coming.
time. I do remember that.
Guys, I thought it was going to be like 9 a.m. when we got out of here. Guess it's only 2.
From here to there, it'll probably be about 2:45 or 3 o'clock by the time you guys get back to if you try to make your way to the Yawning Portal from here.
All right.
Well, that's better than hanging around for another hour waiting for a rickshaw.
Yeah, there you go.
Unless you guys want to hit the Yawning Portal in the morning and just get a bed at an inn somewhere. I'm dying for a long rest, man.
Do you think, well, first off, do we have to do something
Well,
like to
Flayer-
stint the bleeding on the corpse we're carrying around or something? Do we have
He's
to?
not a corpse. He's fine. Renair, how's your brother doing? Is he good?
Oh, my brother. This is my best friend. But yes, he seems to need some immediate medical attention.
Wait, hold on. You guys aren't related. You look exactly the same.
Oh no,
Because they're lovers, Hurk.
That's funny story. That's actually how we met. Ha. We're not lovers though. I know it's okay. Someone made a comment on that earlier, and I don't remember if it was the Tsar, but no. We're like brothers, but no, yeah, we just look so much alike. That's how we started hanging out. They're like, you guys look just like each other, and that's how we met.
Huh. You know, me and Mako started hanging out for the exact same reason.
Oh, yeah. I see the resemblance. What do you say we get this fella to? You said it was Volo who sent you, right? Volo I'm sure would love to give you guys his reward. Let's head up to the Yawning Portal, shall we?
Let's do it.
You guys make your way down to across the streets. It seems to be it's very foggy out. As you know, it's the springtime in the city, and I guess it's okay that there's no visuals here.
I hear a raven.
It would be under. Today's handouts. Today's handouts. That's what it is. Sorry, it's my first time using this DM screen. I got like a fucking million tabs, but once I find the right one, then we're good. Okay, so let's try this out. As you guys walk down the streets, you head up towards the castle ward, which is where the Yawning Portal is located, which is kind of near the castle. It's on like the eastern or the western side of the city. And it is night out. Let's see if this works. As you guys weave your way through the city, there's the early morning or late night mist, whatever you want to call it, that's characteristic of the springtime that heavily obscures your passage as you go through. It takes you a little bit longer than maybe you would have had you found Rickshaw, but you manage to make your way down to the Yawning Portal Inn. And as you enter, you know this place is pretty much almost open 24 hours since it's so busy. It's right in the heart of the city. You guys entering back into the Yawning Portal. And we're gonna switch over to the Yawning Portal here, so this should work. Activate. I think it may have to load for everyone. That load okay
Kind
for
of like
everybody?
shield my eyes as I'm walking, and I'm like, is it always this bright in here, or have we just been in the sewers for too long?
It's just been a day, Hurk. But yes, it's a little bit irritating on the eyes.
As you guys enter, you actually don't see some of these characters that are... Everybody's seeing the scene correct. Or is seeing the scene, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. It is... It seems that most of the patrons have cleared out now that are originally on this map. There doesn't seem to be anybody here except for the night staff. There's a few drunken patrons. There's Maloon. He's passed out on the bar drunk, with his head down, just kind of muttering under his breath as he's sleeping. Bonnie, the barmaid, is still up though, working a double shift here, the late night shift, and there don't seem to be very many patrons around here anymore. It seems to be everybody seems to have gone to bed. Okay, what do you guys do as you enter the tavern?
I walk up to Bonnie and I say, give me something strong, make it a double, put it on Floon's tab.
Ooh.
Actually, no, it's on my tab. Remember,
Actually,
I told you I would buy you a drink once we got out.
Definitely on Floon's tab first. Then
Nope, it's on my tab. I promised her. And I go and I pay for it. I'll pay for it.
you can pay.
Love you, Mako. And I slap
Yeah.
you on the back.
Sure thing, darling.
Hey, I
Four
told you
drinks
in the
coming up.
sewers,
Double shots.
If we
She's
survived,
already...
I would get you one. So here we go.
All right, and the second one's on Floon's tab. We got that straight, right?
Yeah.
Is he all right? I mean, it looks like... Is that the fellow you guys were looking for?
Yes.
The one that Volo Thamp Gadarm had you go on a wild goose chase for? Shit, you guys found him pretty quick.
If you say so, it feels like it's been about 3 months.
Oh, really? You guys just set out here right around noon? Shoot, less than 24 hours. That's pretty good. You know, they say past the first 24 hours, you can't really find the victims.
I look at the clock and
We
I
were all
say,
at the bar at noon.
Yeah,
I missed my Christmas party, damn it.
Oh, you mean the Fleetwake Festival? Sweet. That'll be going on for this whole weekend. You should be all right. I mean, we got lots of festivities coming up. I'm sure you'll be able to reconnect with your friends or you guys look like you're. If I'm being I don't want to be too imposing, but you look like you're formed yourself your own nice little party here. You got a party right here.
Yeah. Turns out all that strife really brings people together.
Well, here's your double shots, Star. I already got those poured. I already knew you were getting double before I even walked in. You just had that look on your face, you know. But I'll get what for all your friends. What about your fishy friend? Doesn't he like hydrogen and oxygen? Oh, water. That's right. Yeah, there you go. 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part
Give me
oxygen.
your finest water, please.
She's pouring some stuff. She's still mixing. It's clearly just water with more water. And she's like, here you go. There's your smart water, dear.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, put some extra electrolytes in there for you. She's like, well, what's that, sweet?
I'm just gonna slap down a silver piece as a tip.
Oh, well, thank you.
Slap
Much
across
obliged.
Put a silver coin on Floon's tab as a tip for me.
Rainier's just he just has Floon, and he's just like kind of like, I think we need something for him. He's just limp. He's just weekend at Bernie's over here, you know. He's like, I don't think Floon's in any shape to be having things put on his tab just yet, but I'll cover it for you. I'll cover it for him. Thank you.
Gentlemen, and I raise a toast to everybody and say, here's to never setting foot in a grat-carking sewer ever again.
Here.
Cheers. Just swig it down in one gulp.
Yep. I go and pour my water all over myself as I clink the glasses.
Okay, I want with the double thing. I'm not gonna have you guys roll for intoxication because I'm not gonna worry about it tonight. But if you guys do start throwing back drinks and stuff, we'll do the intoxication rules. It's all pretty much. But I'm gonna say that you guys are all good for right now. We don't really care about too much intoxication. So you guys have all arrived here at the Yawning Portal. It's just you and Bonnie and a few drunken patrons that are around here, and some people that are just, you know, it's a bit quiet of an evening here. There doesn't seem to be anything going on at the Yawning Portal. You know, you guys take just a little bit, like 15 minutes, just to kind of like relax, start to unwind, have a few drinks. Bonnie's chats with you a little bit about what you guys ask a little bit about your adventure, but she's not too intrusive, just kind of making conversation. She realized all of you guys look to be exhausted. She's like, you guys look like you're exhausted. I mean, do you want to get a room for the night, or should I notify anybody of that you're here, or what? I mean, would y'all like me to wake up Volo? I mean, he's just in the room over there. She like kind of gestures back to some of the rooms that they have in the upper floors.
Let's talk to Volo first.
Yeah,
then have a long
we'll go
rest.
debrief with Volo, and then I'd love a room after that.
Okay, you guys make up your way up the spiraling staircase to the second level of the Yawning Portal, where there seems to be. She told you, and a bit surprising. You thought maybe he might be staying. This famous person might be staying in the suite, but he seems to be staying in one of the rooms for the commoner kind of rooms. You find a nice, it's not a bad. This is a nice establishment, the Yawning Portal. So even their cheaper rooms seem to be pretty nice. So you go up there, and there seems to be a nicely made wooden door, and it's you've reached his room. You're standing now in front of his room.
Knock.
We're sure the door is not a mimic.
Oh, don't do this to me now. I've already started knocking on it. I take a step back really quick.
Hurk, you notice that this is a nicely made door. It's made out of some very nice, sturdy materials, finely constructed, and it does not seem to be a mimic. Your mimic
Nothing
cloak
ever seems to be a mimic.
Your mimic cloak kind of twitches and swirls a little bit around you as it kind of.
Oh, I'm not wearing that yet. By the way, I've like.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I got it off of me, I like kind of like strangled it into into submission and then stuffed it in my bag for later.
That's correct, because you need to attune to it. So it is actually, you're right. You shouldn't have access to it just yet. So you knock once on the door. There doesn't seem to be any response. You wait for a good 15 seconds. Nothing. 30 seconds. Nothing. 2 minutes pass by. Nothing.
Rainier! I mean, yeah, no, your name's not Rainier, it's Volo. Volo, open up the door, we're here.
Okay, you bang on the door loud.
I bang real hard.
Yeah, okay, you bang really loudly on the door, and you hear some rustling going on there. And it sounds like somebody's starting to move around. And then, but there doesn't seem to be anyone answering the door just yet.
Can you bang on the door again, Mako?
He's like,
Mako bangs on the door.
You hear a voice cry out.
Volo, it's me! Don't you remember me? It's Mako Tsunami! Open up the door!
Right before you yelled that out, he said, "No need for room service, thank you."
Floon service? How about that? Give
We're
me a
here
pun
about the
inspiration.
missing person. We found him. This isn't room service.
Floon service.
I have enough pillows, thank you. You hear for the muffled voice cry out.
What? Do you have entertainment in? Let us in. We need payment.
You notice that the door is actually unlocked.
Oh, I opened up the door at this point.
Oh yeah, so you open up the door, and it seems to, and then there's the room is all dark, but with so is this Mako that's looking into the room?
I'm still standing.
I'm right next to him, so I'm staying.
Mako doesn't really see it. Well, it's a door, guys. So like one person can walk through the opening of the door, and this is what they see. So Mako opens the door and sees it's completely dark, and there seems to be like there's a bed and there's a nightstand by the table, and there's but you can't really make out anything else in the room.
Hey, yo, you dressed, buddy. Volo, you got your pants on.
Czar, you peek between Mako's legs and kind of make your way through there, and you look through, and you can see in the dark that there's a man who's tossing and turning, and he leaps up out of bed. Who's there? And he leaps up, and you see Volo Thamkatarum, without his frumpy little hat, falls to the floor, and he's holding an ice pick ready, and he's like, I'll have you know,
Ice pick?
I know how to use this thing. I'm not afraid to. I've studied the ways of the bard. I know vicious mockery.
Volo, be careful. Put that thing down before you put somebody's eye out.
Oh, it's the adventurers. I can't. Oh, so the light is so blinding here. And he's like, he casts prestidigitation, and it kind of lights up the candle next to him, the lantern next to him, and the room illuminates. And he's like, there's Volo. He's holding an ice pick. He seems to look you guys up and down and say, "Oh, God, you scared me. Don't sneak up on a man like that. What's the devil's the matter with you? Who's all with you? He can see that there's Tzar, there's Hurk, and there's Mako. Can't quite see anything past you guys as you guys choose to enter the room.
Yeah, I enter the room.
Yes.
We found Floon, and we rescued Rhaenyra Neverember along the way. So if you want
We
to pay a
also
little
found the
extra for that.
Sasquatch insurers.
He's like, oh, I'm so, oh my goodness, oh, Floon, oh, merciful Mistra, it's really you. You look awful. What has become of you? What have they done to you? What has happened to him?
They were about to sacrifice him to some sort of demon or something, but we made it just in the nick of time.
Oh yeah, we also have the demon's our friend now.
No.
The
Are you talking about Surge?
Yeah.
No, Surge was just torturing him, but I think they were going to sacrifice
that's
him.
okay. Yeah, we're friends with the torturer now.
Yeah.
He strokes his mustachio thoughtfully. Yes. I suppose job well done. Very good. I knew you could do it. I had no doubt in my mind. And a quick turnover, if you will. Here. Come. Is that Rhaenyra? Rhaenyra, my good man. Here, go put Floon on this bed. Let him get some rest. He needs it more than I. And he's like, starts to mess with the bed and fluff the sheets and fluff the pillows. Like, here, put him down. Put him down right here. Rhaenyra walks over and places him on the bed and lays him down. And he's like, he kind of just looks at Volo and he's like, you've got some explaining to do. Exactly how did this all come upon my lap? Oh, Rhaenyra, you know how these things go. We had a few drinks at the Skewered Dragon, and I left, and then next thing I know, Floon didn't come home, and I was worried. But these adventurers, they were here. I assume you've become acquainted with them now, and I assume they're here for the reward, yes?
Yes. We would love the reward.
And I would love to give it to you, my good man. But as you can see, it's very, very, very late, and I know I must have put my purse somewhere around here. I'm sure in the morning we can
find it.
I'll be able to give you the money that I so did promise you. Yes, tenfold, I believe I said.
This guy's giving us the work. I've heard the work around.
Yeah, can I
before.
do a perception
He's
check
giving
or
us
something
the
to look
work
for
around.
his bag?
Yeah.
I cast guidance.
There we go.
You notice that there's on the nightstand. The drawer is still just kind of halfway open, and you notice that there's some stuff in there.
Cool. I walk over and I grab it.
You walk over, and there's a big bag of money right there, and it's it looks like it's enough to just cover what was promised. There is a lot of gold pieces in there. Yes, that right there. Well, that's my rainy day funds, but of course, yeah. I mean,
Well, it looks like it's pouring, buddy.
yes, my good. Yes, I mean, help yourselves, of course. Yes, take, please. You'll find there's more than enough in there. You look in there. There's not enough.
This is half as much as what I expected. And
How much did you say?
What we deserve.
I promise. I gave you all 20 gold up front, and it was it must have been at least half. What I owed you. Yes. Another 20 does not suffice. Yes.
I thought it was 50.
I believe the way he phrased it before. Well, actually, somebody can roll me a history to see if they remember exactly what he said. If you guys don't remember,
I was hoping I wrote it down.
It was a long time ago.
14.
He told you, "I'll pay you 10 times that amount, tenfold of what the initial payment, which was 10, and you convinced him to pay you 20 up front instead of 10.
But he gave us 20.
Gave you 20 up front, still owes you each 80. Looking in there, there's about 60 gold.
Volo, I know you're a smart man and you know how to count. Where's the rest of the gold, buddy?
Rainier goes, "Oh gods, you don't have the money. You're like the poorest rich person I know. Did you gamble it away this time? Or did you pay someone off for running that mouth of yours?" And he looks at the ice pick and he's like, "You haven't been practicing the sciences again, have you? Good God, give me that." And he takes the ice pick away from him. "Listen, I'm sure we can work out something. As you know, I'm the Volo Thambgadam, and as you know, my latest book is selling very well, Volo's Guides to Monsters. I haven't been forwarded the money in advance yet for the book, and I'm sure we can work something out here. Say, Rainier, you and I, long friends, go way back, don't we?" And Rainier's like, "Yep, friends, long time, yep." And Volo's like, "We could work something out, I'm sure. Here, adventurers, here. I'll pay for your rooms tonight, free of charge. And tell him Volothamp Gadam sent you, and you rest it over. I'll talk things over with Rainier, and we'll be able to square this off. Not a problem."
I want to roll an insight check, but I know he's full of shit already. So
you can roll insight.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's full of shit.
Rainier sighs and says, "Listen, guys. We all need rest. Let's keep an eye on our friend here. Perhaps one of us could stay and, to keep them all company."
I have a good idea. Let's just take all of his pants and underwear. And
They
we'll
wouldn't
keep
fit
that.
me.
You say that out loud?
He's a very small man.
Then we just keep it.
You say that out
Can't
loud?
leave this room.
Let's take his
Yeah, I'm
pants and
saying
underwear?
it aloud.
Good
Take his
God,
pants and
man.
underwear
What
so
are
you
you,
can't
savages? Coming in the middle of barging into a man's room, breaking and entering. I should have you know that is illegal here in this fine city. What do you think this is, Baldur's Gate? You can't just barge into a man's room in the middle of the night demanding payment. I have the money, just not here.
The
The
real
door was
savagery-
unlocked. Technically, it's only entering. We didn't break nothing.
Semantics, my good man.
I tried to
perhaps
call
I
your
forgot
name
to
many
lock the door.
times and you didn't answer me.
I
You were
think
avoiding
everyone's being a
me.
bit unreasonable. Let's all look on the bigger picture here. Floon is safe, and you're getting your more than tenfold. Yes, more than tenfold of your original payment for your troubles. You look like you seem to have gone through some serious ordeals. I can tell this sort of thing. And I do believe in the morning I will pay you even more than I'm sure we can work something out. Please don't take my
Steal
pants
his
off.
pants.
Okay, what do you guys do?
Well, I'm definitely taking this sack of gold and I'm putting it in my back pocket.
You can add 60 gold to your inventory. Keep later, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, either we take his pants or one of us has got to sit with him.
I'm not sitting there. I needed my long rest. I need my beauty sleep.
You can
Yeah,
stay in there.
Kobold
It's
just sweats beauty like this.
you can have, you don't have to have Volo sleep on the bed. I mean, but you guys can sit. You guys can tie him up or something. We can do whatever the fuck you want. This is your game, man. Whatever you
I was
whatever
gonna
you
go
wanna
back.
do.
I'm going back down to Betty and telling her that Volo's buying me a room.
All right, here's what happens. You guys hear a voice from down the hallway. All right, what's going on over here? What's making all the noise? Middle of the night here. You hear some stomping as the door flies open, and there stands a large, imposing man, Captain Kronch. He's like, hey, you guys mind keeping it down here? I'm trying to get my beauty sleep. I like to stay up for a nightcap, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, you guys are, well, hey, it's you guys. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Is this guy getting you some trouble? Huh? What? What's going on?
Kronch, you understand, I'm a man who likes his beauty sleep, too. I want to get it good as well, but business comes first. And guess what? This guy doesn't want to make this.
What is this guy giving you trouble there? Sorry, I mean, is he asking you for an autograph or something? I mean, what's his deal?
Hey, man, even more so, he paid for my time, Kronch. Busy men like us, time is valuable. We took our time.
Mind explaining exactly what the situation is here? Because from my perspective, I'm up here having a nightcap. Stop here for the night. Obviously, you're probably wondering why I'm here, right? See, the thing is, the wife, she's a real piece of work. She's a very light sleeper, so sometimes I crash here in the middle of the night, and you never know what you're gonna find. It's kind of exciting, Like tonight, this is going on. I love it. I'm off duty right now, but I'm sure I can help you guys out.
Sure. We were thinking as collateral that we would take his pants until he pays us the full agreed amount.
I'm sorry, I don't exactly follow here. What's the pants have to do with, I'm not exactly the shrewdest of officers, not exactly a detective. You're gonna have to spell this one out for me. What's with the pants, and how can I help you guys out? This seems to be some sort of civil dispute.
Come in tomorrow, you see, but we don't believe in tomorrow when tomorrow can change. But tomorrow can't change if he can't get changed. You see? Give me a point for a pun.
You're speaking in riddles here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
He can't leave the room if he doesn't have his pants.
What exactly are you guys... What is your relationship to Volo Thamkadarm? I know he's a real rascal, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong here that would make him get depantsed.
For one, I don't agree with the depantsing. Let the man have his dignity. But he did hire us to do a job and is refusing to pay the full amount for said job.
My dignity relies in having the full amount in my possession.
Right. Well, see, what I'm sensing here is that this guy seems to have some sort of transaction going on with you, and he's not exactly honoring this end of the deal. Now, here's the deal. I'll be an official witness to this exchange between adventurers. It's a very commonplace procedure. But, if he doesn't pay up, well, we'll take his ass to jail and make sure you get your money.
I like that.
It works for me.
We don't have to give Bigfoot his pants.
What did you say? You're gonna give Bigfoot his pants?
And now we don't have to give Bigfoot his pants.
Oh, now you don't have to give Bigfoot his pants.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, hey, I'm glad I could help. I mean, just because I'm off duty doesn't mean I can't be helpful when I need to be helpful. Anyways, I'm gonna turn in for the night. We're gonna be making my spinach puff souffle in the morning. It's delicious if you want to try it. It's maybe you should just maybe you could just resolve this all in the morning, huh? Everybody will sit around, have a nice morning beer, have some spinach souffle. Oh, I'll be laughing about this.
It's gonna be so funny.
Okay. Volo is like, yeah, see, I'm so glad we could come to an understanding. See, a reasonable officer of the law. Thank you, Captain. Kronch? What did you say your name was? And he's like, it's Captain Kronch, sir. And I'm gonna need you guys all to, make yourself scarce. Come on, give the guy his privacy.
Yeah, I leave.
I leave.
Me too.
Okay. Well, I'll get our rooms.
You guys all go there.
courtesy of,
You go. before you, yeah, okay. So you guys go to find your room. It's Bonnie works it out with the night staff there, and they get you a room that's right nearby. It's on the same hallway, and you guys are able to take a long rest. With you got Surge and you got
I need
everybody.
to
You get
talk to Bonnie about something because due to my special situation, I asked her if I can like pay for like a bucket of water or something. So that
He just
way,
sleeps
like,
in the hot tub.
Yeah, or like, you know, like some kind of bathtub I can sleep
Oh,
in,
you want?
So that way
I got
dry
you. So
out.
you're looking for some kind of like lover suite with the hot tub? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I'm sure we can work out something for you. It's a
not
little extra,
exactly,
but
Bonnie, but you see, if I don't get water every 8 hours, I die, like actually die. So I don't think you want a corpse in the Yawning Portal the next morning. So
I know it always makes it hard to start the day. I'm not really much of a morning person myself, and it's always a bit of a bummer when we find the corpses.
Bonnie, I'll actually die.
No, I know what you're saying, sweetheart. That's just a Tuesday for me. This is the Yawning Portal. Shit happens all the time. But I'll get you a bucket. There you go. I mean, do you want the hot tub lover suite or not? I mean, just tell me what you want. I'll get it for you. It
is on him technically, so I could get it.
If you want the suite, it's just an extra 10 gold for all of y'all.
Well, it is on Volo's.
Do we all get to be in the hot
yeah,
tub?
I could actually just be a dick and do that. I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay. She takes some collateral from the bag that Volo. You take it out of the bag that Volo had there. It's a little coin purse, and you guys make your way up to the nicest suite that they have there, which is on the 3rd floor above the other suite that we saw Fia and her was rented out by Fia and her cousin. So that one's not available, but the one above that is, and that's the penthouse. You know, it's the nice one. So you guys are able to just relax. They got these big king-size beds. Everything is it's normal for it actually can hold Bigfoot in the bed. His feet aren't even dangling over the side, and you guys are able to successfully take your long rest.
Hell yeah.
Finally.
Wow.
We took the fabled long rest, you guys.
As we do that,
What does that mean?
we fade to
So I
black.
click the button, right?
Yeah, you guys can all click the button.
Is new day? Rest. Xanathar takes a long rest and covers 11 hit points and 1 hit dice.
Get all my fucking lay on hands back.
Yep.
You
Love
could
to
lay
see it.
your hands on people now.
Yeah, man.
All right. So you guys all managed to take a moment to enjoy this luxurious suite that you've managed to procure, and you slip into a deep slumber, and all of your heads are filled with lovely dreams of mimics and gelatinous cubes, giant talking were-rats, memories that you've formed with your newfound friends. But one person in particular seems to be tossing and turning in the middle of the night. It's our half-orc friend, Hurk. Seems to be not able to fully get to that deep REM, past the REM cycle, that deep sleep. His head gets filled with these visions as you slip into like a dream-like state. So Hurk, you find yourself in this dream, and within this dream, you step inside of a temple, and your breath is taken away by the sheer magnificence of it. The chamber is vast, with walls adorned in intricate carvings depicting scenes of justice, vengeance, and balance. Thunderous symbols and motifs of poetic justice dominate the decor, their details illuminated by an ethereal light that seems to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. In the center of the temple stands a raised throne, towering and regal. Atop it sits a figure shrouded in mystery and exuding power. The deity's face is hidden behind a finely crafted mask, giving him an inscrutable air of authority. His armor is exquisite, forged from the finest gold, and adorned with symbols of his divine domain. He exudes an aura of unyielding strength and righteousness as his gaze meets yours, and you feel compelled to approach. What do you do?
I approach.
You approach. And as you...
Is this like a situation where I need to bow?
I start like bowing
Give
instinctively.
me a religion check.
Okay.
Critical success.
Ooh, yes. You know that in this situation, this seems to be a god that you have been praying to. It's when you were in your deepest depths, you reached out to anyone who would help you seek vengeance, and you seem to you would get visions here and there in your dreams of this figure. This is that guy, and this also seems to be, you know, the guy that you occasionally hear the voice of in your head, but it's not the other dude, not the not the spectator, not the eye monster guy.
I think I just instinctively know that this is horror. Yeah.
Your steps are soundless as you walk across towards this empty platform that he's raised up on. Now on this, there is a giant scale. It is like a balancing scale, and it's made of gold, and it's crackling with arcs of electricity. And the scales on it are perfectly balanced. One is raised high, but the other one is slightly lower, but it seems to be staying in that state. And you know with your religion check that as he gestures down, he wants you to step onto the scale. These are giant, like...
step onto the lower part or the higher part?
You can go either one. The one that is lower is closer to him. The one that is farther away from him is... The one that is higher up is further away from him. And as you look up to the other one that is raised up slightly higher, you see that it's filled with a bag. And the bag is stuffed, replete with a bunch of different items, different various adventuring supplies and accoutrements. And it seems like just one giant bag that's holding these items. And you can either try to sit on the empty one, or you can try to tip on the other scale. You could sit wherever you want, but it seems like he was gesturing in front of him on the lower scale.
Okay, I'll step on the lower scale.
Okay, in this scale is like a giant cup-shaped gold, balance, right? And it seems to, as you settle in, the scales shift a little bit, and the platform that you're on is lowering slightly, and kind of like bringing the scales a little bit closer to what it considers equilibrium. And as you do that, you look up towards this figure, this masked figure.
Staff of
Whoops,
clapping?
no, don't look at that.
What I'm supposed to be looking at?
No, close
Okay.
it. There we go. I don't know why.
Yeah, this dude looks dope.
This guy is decked out in this armor, and his face is obscured behind it. And he beckons you and you look up at him. I'm just making sure I don't reveal anything else I'm not supposed to. And one word fills your mind: authority. He says, Herr Trodden, seeker of balance and retribution, welcome. Take your place on the scale. And you step onto the scale. He looks at you, he stands up, then he opens his arms and says, voila, in view, humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of the bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. You see, Hurk, the only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta held as a votive not in vain. But the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this visage of verbiage veers most verbose, so I may simply add that it is my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me Hoar.
That took me a second to realize what you were quoting. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for witnessing me. How can I help you?
My friend, rather, how can I help you? You've answered my calls for what I call karmic justice, and I will grant you the power that you seek to get vengeance upon the one who calls himself, the hubris of him to call himself the Xanathar.
Yes, that would be great. All I've wanted is revenge against Xanathar. You could call it some sort of vendetta.
Indubitably. Now look upon these scales, Hurk. They represent the balance of justice and vengeance. One side laden with the weight of wrongs to be righted, the other awaiting the actions that will tip the balance towards equilibrium. Your journey is not just about vengeance, but about restoring balance to a world often swayed by chaos and corruption.
Yes, there is much injustice in this world, and if I can be a tool for balancing it, then so be it.
Yes, Hurk. If you are to be my tool, then I shall have that tool be sharp, wielded like a blade in the night, striking out to those who call for help, for justice when none shall answer. You shall be my instrument for Hoar. I don't know why people get that wrong sometimes. It's very easy to pronounce, really.
Well, I think it's because there are other words that sound very similar. Homophones, if you will.
Oh, I didn't ever heard that pronunciation. Homophones? Homophones sounds... Anyways, I digress. Hurk, what I'd like to do with you, I'd like you and I to form a covenant. One where we get an equal exchange between one another. Would you be interested in forming a covenant?
What does this covenant require?
It requires an oath, Hurk. An oath of vengeance.
Okay. Do you have more details for me?
Think of it as a loose contract where I give you power and you right all of the injustices that come across your path, be big or small. You bear the responsibility to restore an equilibrium. You do know, you have heard of the God of Hoar, the God of poetic justice.
Yes, I have. In fact, I've been... I feel a little ashamed to say this. I've been calling myself your Paladin for quite some time now, so... This only feels right that we make this oath.
Yes. Well, on this most auspicious of nights, allow me to present to you an oath that you can partake in that will finalize the arrangement, so that you don't just have to call me yourself. We shall drop the sobriquet, if you will, of the Paladin of Hoar and put a stamp on it. So if you are willing to make this pact with me, this oath of vengeance, then repeat after me. I'm going to share this with chat. Your head fills with there's almost these words that sort of float up. I mean, it's like a dream, say everything's a little shimmery, everything's a little ethereal, right? But as you look to the bottom corner, the bottom part of your vision, it's almost like subtitles appear. and it prompts you as you say this along. So recite this passage. Ooh. Recite this passage. It's lengthy, but by the end of it, your power will grow with each word you say.
Damn, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
Too bad you are. We got you for 17 minutes, buddy. Let's
all right, here we go.
Phonics work.
You got this, man. You got this, Strauss.
I, Hurk Thread, kneel before you, Hoar, the eternal eye of balance, poet of justice.
Yes,
in this solemn hour, I pledge. Could you let me get through this? This is a lot for me. Okay, sorry. In this solemn hour, I pledge my oath of vengeance, a pact etched into the steel of my resolve and echoing your words. Violence repays violence, evil repays evil, good repays good. These are the tenets of the divine principles that guide my hand in the pursuit of balance. As I carry the mantle of your Paladin, I bear the responsibility to restore equilibrium to a world teetering on the precipice of chaos like greedy and disloyal. That's good. I like that. I shall weigh their transgressions upon the karmic scales with your guiding bolts of justice. Smite those who would stand in the path of your cleansing storm. No mercy shall I extend to those who, through malice or apathy, bring ruin to the defenseless. I am the embodiment of divine retribution, a living vessel for the scales to tip in favor of the oppressed and bring misfortune to those who disturb the balance. By any means necessary, I vow to pursue the malevolent and the corrupt, shattering their illusions of impunity with the thunderous hammer of your divine wrath. In this crucible of purpose, I pledge to uphold the sanctity, deals, and promises of good faith and fair intent. Where laws, biases...
Doing great.
Sorry, I had to scroll down. The teleprompter was lagging.
This dramatis persona is beautiful. Continue. Continue. Right. Tip the scales.
In this crucible of purpose, I pledge to uphold the sanctity... I said that part. Shit. Sorry.
No,
Where laws, biases...
second time as well.
Antiquated gusts of shackle the weak and the oppressed. I shall be their voice, their shield and their avenging sword. Hoar, witness my oath, written in the language of the wronged and sealed in the blood of oppressors. As I walk this path of vengeance, may balance be my guide, and may the scales tip in favor of those who have been long denied the embrace of justice. Quid pro quo, the three thunderclaps, give me strength, courage, and favor, lest these realms be forgotten.
And as you say that, you feel yourself start to become lighter as the scale tips up, and the massive weight that is on the other side begins to tip back. As you raise up to the level of Hoar, he reaches out his arm and he says, "Come here, you son of a bitch," and he gives you the slap. And as you do that, it's like a magical explosion as your blinding light fills you, and you wake up, and it's the morning sun. As you wake up, feeling rejuvenated like you've never felt before, powerful. The dream fades and you come back to the Yawning Portal.
My God, I feel incredible.
And with this, you guys...
What the hell was in that drink, Bonnie? God damn!
You wake up and you see that... who's the first to awake? Is Hurk the first one up, or is it everybody else that's already up and at him?
I mean, given the length of that speech, I feel like we're all worried about him.
He was talking in his sleep.
I was like levitating, like Ghostbusters style, out of the bed, just chanting.
You look over. Sergey has been over your with a book. He's actually been up, and he has been watching over you as you go. And he's like, "There, Hurk. It's okay. You were going through some sort of ritual. I think it is the god, some sort of god that was reaching out to you. I kept your body stable so no one would mess with you, and that kind of thing. I did not wear the goggles of mind reading and did not put them on you either, but I was curious. I thought about it, but trust me, I think you're okay."
Thank you, Serge. I appreciate that.
Hey, what is that over underneath the blankets? Is that you just what's going on there, my guy? I know this is embarrassing. I hope no one else is around. Is anyone else around here? Is anyone else around there? As you look up, there seems to be something that's poking out of your blanket.
Yeah, it's called Morningwood.
Oh, jeez.
You just had a great dream.
No, this thing is massive. He's like, I knew that you always had. They always would say you had the third leg, but then, geez,
that's what I called my old scales of justice. You see.
Holy hell! Look at the size of that. That's too. Even for you, Hurk, I did not. What happened to you down since I saw you last? Jeez, this guy's crazy. You reach underneath your sheets and you find not a wood material, but metal. And as you reach under there, you find there's a javelin.
What a charmer.
A javelin.
And it's the javelin I was trying to show y'all before.
But you can't, obviously.
His Hoar's javelin clapping. Right. And you find this under there. And it's just there. It's like it wasn't there when you went to bed, but now it's there. As you find this glow...
What if he
as you reach toward it, it
Shift it over in
glows.
his sleep.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull it out slowly so that I don't like rip the sheets because it looks pretty jagged.
Yeah.
I hold it up, like up to the sky.
You feel it pulsate.
I have the power.
As you do that, it crackles with arcane energy as it goes up and down the shaft, and it discharges.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fucking cool.
He's like, damn, now that's some morning wood there. Sorry, was that the? Oh, I don't even have the goggles on this time. Jeez.
Never a dull moment.
As you can essentially add this to your inventory, it is essentially a javelin of lightning.
Fuck yeah.
When you throw this javelin, you can call it back. It also, when you throw it, it essentially turns into a giant crackling thunderbolt as it crashes through all a bunch of enemies. And if you throw it, it just goes in a straight line, and they all have to make dex saving throws as you throw it. So, but you do have to be able to see it. You can't just toss it off of a cliff and go into the ocean and then call it back. You have to be able to see it, so you can't just throw it anywhere. But when you throw this, it turns to a giant lightning bolt, and you can call it back. And you know all this because you're now in touch as you attune to this item during this long rest. You know it's all of its properties, and anything that's related to Hoar, you know exactly what it does. So you know exactly what this thing's capable of.
Hell yeah. All right, sick.
What are the rest of you guys doing when you wake up here?
Wow, I definitely didn't have wood like that.
Not many do, little Czar.
Are you guys using the hot tub? I mean, is Mako chilling in the lover suite? There's like a heart-shaped hot tub that's in there, and it's I imagine that's where you slept. So Mako wakes up there. Czar, you wake up. You guys are all on there's several beds, but Czar doesn't take up much space. So you wake up. There's no Jinpachi though.
Yeah, I was sleeping in the hot tub this entire time, like without the hotness.
Okay, just a tub, cold tub.
Just as well Jinpachi didn't take up this here offer for some reason and didn't stay by. More money for Xanathar.
Give me an investigation check, Czar.
Oh, I better do that.
As you wake up and you look around, your little cobalt metabolism. I don't think it's almost like you don't need to sleep as long. You're like an early morning riser. You're a little bit worried about sleeping with a bunch of strangers and stuff. So 4? Okay.
9.
As far as you can tell, there seems to be no signs of him missing. Like what exactly? Why he's not there?
Must have packed up and left.
And Bigfoot, you are sleeping on a big bed there. It's actually the first time you've been sleeping, I think, on a nice, comfy bed like this. Usually out in the high forest, you don't get this kind of stuff. It might be a little awkward for you.
I'm kind of feeling the best I've ever felt, man. I never got to sleep on something where my feet don't dangle off. I'm just really enjoying this experience.
Depending on what you choose for your your third, when you guys level up here, it'll be interesting to see how your ancestors would feel about you moving into the big city here and stuff. So, but I said ancestors. I'm not trying to be racist. All right, you guys.
That one back.
If there's nothing else you guys would like to do, you can make your way out to the. You guys make your way out into the Yawning Portal again, into the counter, where you come across a scene of. Let's see, where is he? There's Volo. There is Durnan.
I say that the night before all this went down, I spent my time before going to sleep, kind of wrestling my mimic cloak, and
tuning to it.
I feel like when I was in the arenas, I watched many mimic trainers wrestling mimics to force them into the shapes of tables and such, and creating various traps. So I'm trying to employ some of those techniques to figure out how to train this thing into being a cloak.
All right, sweet. I'm gonna send this to chat. By the way, this is your javelin of lightning.
Hell yeah.
Use the ability. Well, whatever. I don't think it'll crash out, but that's kind of what it I'll give it to your inventory later. I'm not sure why it's not in your loot table here, but that's okay. As you go to put your armor, so you don't sleep in your heavy armor, right? Because it's uncomfortable. So as you go to don your armor, you also find that there is, in addition to your armor, there is a pauldron that seems to be now attached to it as well. And send that to the chat here. I don't know. It's not clear.
Lightning catcher?
The lightning catcher pauldron. So you now have resistance to lightning damage while wearing this metal pauldron whenever you take a cumulative 10 points of lightning damage.
That was loud.
You gain a special die called the dash die, which is a 1d8. You have one dash die at a time. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to roll the dash die immediately and move a number of feet equal to 5 times that number rolled. So it gives you extra movement and resistance to lightning damage. So, if somebody tries to cast, I don't know, Witch Bolt or something, and you'd be resistant to it.
And lightning bolt. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, holy
I
shit.
think you got 2 of them now.
5 times? Fast as fuck,
Yes.
boy.
All right, so you find that attached to there. So it seems like your armor also got upgraded. So you got a new weapon and a new thing, and they're all a little gift of a little love note from Hoar. You also look at your
I love having a sugar daddy.
your bracelet. Not your bracelet. It's the arena. What you won from the arenas of blood. There's the gauntlet that you wore. Etched into it is 3 lightning bolts. That is the sign of Hoar, the Lord of 3 thunderclaps.
Dope.
Now, as you guys make your way out to the Yawning Portal, you see, I don't know where Rainier's thing went. Here he is. You find a scene. So I'm going to say you guys are just like coming down from the stairs, and you're entering let's put you guys by the fireplace for now, so you can move your characters wherever you want. So you guys come upon a scene, and it's Rainier sitting at the. Seems to be in a deep discussion with Volo, and Volo's like, yes, I know. Speak of the angels. Here they are now. And as you approach, you see them wrapping up their conversation.
You talking about us behind our back?
Oh, behind your back, in front of your back, whatever direction your back needs to be, my friend. I got your back. I can't find the token for Captain Kronch, but Captain Kronch is there. Oh, it's because I'm on items. There we go. Kronch, I think I have his thing. Oh, we do. Okay, cool. You also see Captain Kronch is there. And he seems to be also mediating their arrangement as well. He goes, oh, great. You guys are here. I told you this guy's a rascal, but he always comes through. Here, come on, sit down. I think he's got a little proposal you guys would like to hear. Here, have a souffle. It's spinach puffs, or to die for.
Gladly, thank you.
And so
Now I'm in canon.
Does
stuffing
anybody
my
else-
face with a souffle?
Yeah, does anybody else join?
I'll join.
Yeah, I'll sit down.
You guys can pull up to have a seat. Walloon is now, he's not really, he's went to bed. Take him out of here. He is. Whoop. Somebody seems to picked him up in the middle of the night. And I'll put you right there. Czar, where do you want to be? You want to be on the bottom? You want to be right in there? You want to be on the counter?
I want to be
Sorry,
right where
such a
everyone
bottom.
is.
Okay. And you find, so Rainier goes, Volo? He goes, Volo, what do you have to say for yourself? And he's like, what do I have to say for myself? Oh, right, me. Well, I just wanted to say I very much appreciate all of you making an extra special effort. I may have gotten you into a little bit more trouble than I originally proposed with our arrangement, and I feel like you should be compensated for your efforts. Tenfold of even what the tenfold was. That's tenfold. And so I'm prepared, with the good blessing of my good friend, very good friend, Rainier, to offer you a form of payment that could be perhaps compensatory to your situation that you find yourselves in need of a large sum of gold or some such. So what I propose Rainier, you know the details. Rainier says, yes, he's going to give you his house.
Is this a nice house?
I've seen this particular house, and it was nice at one point, I'm sure. Well, you see, as you know, I'm always researching for my latest books, and as I'm awaiting funds for my Volo's Guide to Monsters, I took it upon myself to do a bit of research on spirits, you see, and not this kind, mind you, but Volo's Guides to Spirits. So, I got this nice little house in a great part of town in the North Ward, and it's lovely, great community, good schools and all that. In case I don't know if anyone
It's
started a
haunted,
family.
isn't it?
Sorry, what's that?
It's haunted, isn't it?
It's a little bit haunted. It's not what it's. Listen, it's a very nice piece of real estate. I bought it thinking I could flip it of sorts, do some research. But I'm sure for some adventurers like yourselves, you'll find it to be resplendent. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but Rainier's gone in on with me. And yes, Rainier. And so Rainier's like, listen, you guys need yourselves, if you're to be adventurers, you need yourselves a headquarters of sorts. And I'd love to help you out at my place, but as you know, my father, Daggle Neverember, doesn't exactly have the best reputation around here. And I don't even hang out around my own house, let alone, the properties of my father and all the baggage and all that. But I figure this place is a bit of a fixer-upper, but I will help you secure the deed. It's worth well more than he would ever pay you, and I think there's potential in it.
I look at the rest of the group, kind of get a vibe check.
Mm-hmm.
It has a
house. What is
it has
in
a
this
bar.
house?
Oh, has a bar? No, let's do it.
Tzars like I'm sold.
Does it have a bathtub for me to sleep in?
It has a bathtub, yes.
Okay. I'm okay, guys, as long as I call dibs on the bathtub.
What about when I need to take a bath?
We can work those issues out, but I sleep there, okay? That's my bed.
Volo's
You
like,
better clean it once you're done with it.
I wasn't planning on sleeping in the bathtub, so I'm okay with that.
As long as we got that clear.
And Volo hears you guys discussing. He's like, well, it's settled then. Very well. Thank you. I know your big furry friend here, Mr. Bigfoot, is very spacious, 4 stories. I'm sure you'll find a nice little nook or cranny to set up shop in, or what have you, wherever you're from. And it's
Wait,
yours.
hold on. 4 stories and only 1 bathtub. What what are you trying to pull here?
He's like, listen here. Rainier will help you. He's going to set you up with the deed to the title. You guys go check it out. You can find me anytime. You know where to find me. I'm Volotham Gadam. Ask anyone in town. They'll know where I am. And if that's not enough, here's my calling card. And he gives you a business card. And it says Volothap Gadam, Chronicle and Wizard Extraordinaire. For business inquiries, it says it refers to a secretary.
All right. I pick up his card and I test to see if it works because the rickshaw card didn't.
You would need some kind of detect a magic to know that. You can try to do an Arcana check to see if you can glean if it at least looks like it might do what it's supposed to do.
Oh, I just assume that it's magic, so I'm like, just, boomer technology, kind of like just pressing buttons to see if anything happens.
I mean, so like if you give me a check, I can let you know if
Okay.
if you know how to test this thing out.
I don't, but I'll check.
It's good enough.
for
10, you need a 10. So you tell it's tugging a little bit towards him, right where you're at. So you know that it's a calling card for him. It'll find him. It'll point in his direction at least. That's kind of how you know. Points in there.
How do you guys make these things?
Oh, me? Oh, well, I can get you in touch with just about anybody. There's several shops. I mean, there's so many shops. Waterdeep has everything you could need. Please feel free to go around the city and explore. Have at. You've earned it. Enjoy your new house, and if you ever need an advisor or someone to maybe write an autobiography of your beautiful tales, I promise not to embellish anything, and I'll be sure to help chisel away upon the stone of history that tells your tales.
Excellent.
Have you seen that chisel of mine, by the way? I swear I could have had it on me somewhere.
He's obsessed with that chisel. I don't like it.
And with that, I think that's where we'll end for tonight. With you guys sitting there, catching up, eating the spinach souffles of Kronch, feeling rejuvenated. And with that, you'll all level up to level 3.
Wow.
Let's go.
That
Yay.
experience there. And I'll be helping guide you guys in the next couple weeks as we go through the level up process. You'll be able to pick out certain things. Level 3 is a big jump. I know for a lot of you guys, y'all gain your, like Mako already had to have his Warlock patron. Like, he had to know it right up front, but like now Hurk's got his Paladin of Vengeance, Oath of Vengeance, and we'll figure out for Bigfoot and for Czar, I think Czar's gonna go Arcane Trister. I gotta talk with Ian. There's several good Barbarian ancestry, well, not actually, there's several good options. There's like the Path of the Ancestor, Totem, Berserker, whatever you want for that, I'll help you walk through it. Or you can always change some of your abilities. I know I gave you a feat. If you want to try to pick a different feat, if you don't like the telekinetic reprisal or whatever, like we'll talk about it. You want to get the battle maneuvers or whatever suits your character. Maybe you want to multi-class into druid. I don't really care what you do. I just want to help you out with it, and I'll be in contact with you. But I think for everybody else, I think I know about what you guys are going to do with your level ups. So yeah.
Okay.
And you guys are you've completed chapter 1.
Oh, chapter 2. Here we come.
All right.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting, and you guys are going to start at level 3, and from here it's kind of like I'll just kind of let you know from. It's not too meta, but it's more of a sandboxy thing right now. You guys have finished. I've been drilling really hard for you guys to finish. Not too hard, but I've been trying to make sure everybody attends because this is all main quest stuff. The main quest you've achieved the chapter 1. From this, it's like you guys will be able to go on side quest. If you want to pursue the main quest, you can. It's just like a video game, like whatever you want. You have the inventory. But it's going to be more sandboxy. I'll just kind of be ready for you to go in any direction. Check your if you press J on here, it brings up the journal. You guys can see there's main quests, personal quests, side quests. You can check those all out, and I don't think you can edit it, but from here on out, it's just
what that means, guys. The tutorial is over.
Yeah.
We can start playing the game now.
It should be fun. I'm looking forward to see where you guys go, because now it really is kind of up to your characters how much you want to push on. And then also if like somebody can't make it, like maybe if we have it so that like if 2 players can't make it, I usually cancel it, right? If 1 person misses, I'm really bummed, but it's, you know, it's understandable. If 2 people miss, you guys can go on side quests and shit. Like I'll still be
personal quest. Find Jinpachi, the broken anchor, Nainrouge. Kill that bastard Xanathar.
Yeah. Kill that bastard Xanathar, yes. Hey, it's a quote. I made that pretty quick, but I'll be continuously updating it for you guys. Pretty quick, meaning it only took me like 3 hours. But like I was cranking through it, so.
That's pretty good.
All right, guys.
Good sesh, y'all.
That's all I have for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the chapter 1. I'm really excited to see what you guys do with your level up with your characters and all these insane new items. There's even more where that came from. So we'll continue on next time as you guys get your new headquarters. Check out the bar. Why not? See what's going on.
Is there a